everyone, welcome to We Knew the Moon, our full moon in Taurus moon circle. I'm here with Dee.
Hi.
And today we're going to be guiding you through our full moon in Taurus energy, going through a little bit of an exercise of meditation, what full moon in Taurus means. We have a little sheet to go through with you, guiding you through things like aromas and essential oils, crystals, elements, all that jazz about what full moon in Taurus means. First of all, we're going to do a guided meditation with Dee.
I'm so excited about this one, Tracey.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited too, because Dee and I never know what each other are going to guide each other through. What I recommend you do is get yourself nice and comfortable. Find a nice quiet spot where you feel cozy and safe, ready for the meditation. We have some suggested aromas for you for this moon's energy. Things like apple, magnolia, patchouli. Patchouli's a nice one.
Oh, I love it. And for this time of the year as well, it feels so magical and mystical.
Nice. It's quite a spiritual fragrance, patchouli, so really good for meditation. Rose, a really comforting fragrance. Vanilla, ylang ylang. Or if aromas aren't your thing, maybe grab your crystals. We've got peridot, emerald. Emerald is the stone of Taurus. I'm a Taurus, so this is the actual stone for the birthstones. Black obsidian and jet. So a few kind of protecting stones there as well. Obsidian's a really nice aura cleanser. Quite a good one for restarting your energies. A nice mixture there, Dee.
Yeah, it's not a surprise that a lot of them are protection ones, because it's obviously the time of the year when, if you believe this sort of thing, where the veil is thin between this world and the next. Oh, it's just a very magical, mystical time, isn't it? At the same time, some of those spirits or those energies that are coming through might not all be good. So you want to make sure that you've got your defenses up.
There's always something very spiritually connecting in October. The trees are losing their leaves and it's always a bit windy, and mix that together, like walking home with the leaves blowing and the sound of the wind, and the weather's a little bit rougher now. And you can really feel like connected to the elements, and sometimes quite vulnerable as well, if it's raining outside. And like Dee said, we're approaching Hallows Eve. It's October. It's that time of year where the veil is thin between the spirit world and ours. And I think you can really feel the season change and the shift in energy. So yeah, the black crystals, the protection ones, are really lovely to have to keep you strong and safe. We've given you a chance now to get nice and comfy. I'm going to hand you over to Dee, who's going to take us through a really nice meditation exercise for full moon in Taurus.
Thank you, Tracey. Well, this one is interesting because it can be a little bit uncomfortable. It starts off uncomfortable. It ends lovely, I should say. But I just find it so interesting and useful. And I do this a lot. It's basically a meditation, guided meditation that you can then use to understand your intuition and your reactions to things later on. It is called the Shackles On, Shackles Off exercise. This is an exercise derived from Martha Beck, who is Oprah's life coach. So already, she's great. I've got her book over here, Finding Your Own North Star, which was such a useful book for me to help figure out what it is exactly that I define as happiness and success. We all have different interpretations for that, and you need to understand what that means for you in order to achieve it. I want you to get comfortable. As Tracey said, if you've got your journaling book or file open on your computer, however you do your journaling, no judgment here. This is a guided meditation, but if you need to jot anything down, if you're worried about forgetting it, and if you find that you're distracted because you're telling yourself, don't forget this, then I want you to have your journal open so you can just jot it down and carry on with the guided meditation. There's going to be time afterwards for us to kind of go through the exercise and note anything that came up. But if you want to make notes as we go through, that's also fine. So shackles on, shackles off. First, we're going to go through a little bit of breathing exercise. So I want you to just take a moment to breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And we're now Going to leave everything behind. We've all had busy days, busy weeks, busy months, busy lives. So I want us to leave all of that behind and just find ourselves in this moment. We're going to do 2-minute silence where you just focus on your breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Keep your eyes closed. Just keep on focusing for your breathing. For the next 2 minutes, give this gift to yourself. And you're breathing in and breathing out. Still focusing on your breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. Takes a bit of time to do a full body scan. How are you feeling? If you got any niggles, try wiggling them out, or breathing into them. Breathing in, breathing out. So we're going to start now with shackles on. This part of the meditation might feel a little bit uncomfortable. But I wanted you to think about a time when you were doing something that you disliked doing. Maybe it was a job that you hated doing. Maybe it was a chore that you hated doing. Maybe it was an argument with someone. But try to put yourself in that place where you were really unhappy, really disliked the situation you were in. Even if it turned out well in the end, just think about that moment where you were thoroughly unhappy and really just wanted to escape the situation. Now imagine it thoroughly. What were you thinking? What were you feeling? Did you cry? Did you get angry? I know this is uncomfortable. It's not the type of thing that we like to think about, but I want you to really focus on this moment that you were thoroughly unhappy in. Now that you're in the moment, this moment where you were unhappy, that you really disliked, stop and check into your body. How are you physically feeling? Have you clenched your jaw? Do you feel nauseous or sick to your stomach? Are you breathing differently? Are you breathing shallow? Have you hunched over? This is what I always find when I go through my shackles on exercise. I feel like I'm noticeably slumped over. My posture goes, and I feel myself literally going into fetus position. I'm curling in on myself. I feel tight in my chest. Do you have any of these? Have a think about what your body physically does to show you that you are in a shackles on situation. Now we're going to focus on shackles off. As you can imagine, this is the opposite, and it's a much nicer feeling. I want you to think about something that you do that you absolutely love, something that makes you feel so free and so happy. Maybe it's spending time with your loved ones. Maybe it's being out in nature. Maybe it's doing the sport that you love. Maybe it's going for a walk in the forest, or maybe it's sitting on the beach. Whatever it is, think about doing the thing that you absolutely love, doing it with people that you absolutely love, or doing it completely on your own if that's your idea of bliss. And really get into that feeling. For me, it's definitely hanging out with my loved ones, doing something that we love together, like going for a nice walk together or being in some just stunning nature. That just makes me feel very free, very happy. Type of activity where I forget what time it is. I talk about this a lot, but what activities, what people make you forget what time it is, and you think 5 minutes has passed, but actually it's been 3 hours. So really get into this moment of being so happy, so free. Roll around in the joy. Maybe it makes you even laugh out loud. And now I want you to tune into your body again. How do you feel physically? With shackles off, I feel like my chest is out, my shoulders are back, and I'm smiling, my head is up, and I feel relaxed. I don't feel like I'm clenching my jaw. Is that happening to you? Maybe you can't describe it so specifically and physically. Maybe it's just that you feel more open, more light, more airy. Now you have a very clear understanding of how your body reacts when you have shackles on and how your body reacts when you have shackles off. Meaning, how does your body react when you are unhappy, when you're uncomfortable? And how does your body react when you are happy and joyful and feeling great? You know that it feels like something obvious. We should know when we're happy and when we're not happy, but sometimes we don't. Or sometimes we're debating a question and we're not sure which way to go forward. Well, maybe you use this exercise to see how your body reacts to the different options. And let your body tell you, let your intuition tell you whether you're on the right path, whether you're making the right decision. So this can be used in multiple ways. Now that you have a better awareness of how your body reacts, next time you have a question, see how your body responds to the different possibilities. For example, should you quit your job? Does the thought of staying in your job for another year or 2 years or whatever, does that make you feel shackles on or shackles off? Should you be with this person? Again, think about whether it makes you feel shackles on or shackles off. Should I try this new venture or this new trip or, go on this new path? Does the thought of going on it make you feel shackles on or shackles off? Does the thought of not going on it make you feel shackles on or shackles off? Then you can also use it to imagine reaching your goal. Imagine your goal is to write a book. Maybe you're thinking, should I take some time off work or some of my other activities to focus on writing a book? How does that make you feel? Does it make you feel shackles on or shackles off? Then you imagine having completed the book. You've finished the book, it's published, it's out there, it's on Amazon. Really get into that feeling of having achieved the goal, whatever that goal is. Now, does that make you feel shackles on or shackles off? How does your body react physically to that thought? Use this exercise to help you decide whether you should be going down a different route, whether you're on the right track. Next time someone propositions you with some options or invites you to do something or whatever, see how your body is responding to it. Say someone invites you, go to a party. Does this make you feel shackles on or shackles off? In that moment, in that time of your life, do you feel excited and happy and open and joyous at the thought of doing this activity? Or does it make you feel shackles on? Do you feel reluctant, nervous, anxious about it? Maybe it's that time of the month. Maybe you're just going through a hard time. Maybe financially it makes you feel uncomfortable. So check in with your body when you have these moments and use this shackles on, shackles off exercise to work out how you physically feel about something. And that can be such an amazing guide for you if you get used to tuning in and listening. to your body to see whether it's something that you are happy to do or not so happy to do. So now I want you to take a few moments to just check in with how you're feeling now. I want us to go back to that shackles off place. Now that we've gone through this exercise, I wanted to take a moment to go through the shackles off experience and just finish this guided meditation feeling shackles off. So I want you to go back to that happy place and think about doing the activity that you love with the people you love or on your own if you take pleasure in that. And focus on your breathing in, breathing out, and slowly coming back to the room. Take that time to make a note of what happened when we were going through this exercise. What was your shackles on experience physically? What happened to you? Did you slouch over? Did you clench your jaw? Try to describe as much as possible what happens to you when you feel shackles on. Now, similarly, I want you to take a moment to write down exactly what your body felt like when you were shackles off. Did you stand proud? Did you sit back? Was your posture improved? Did you feel your jaw unclenching? And I want you to just be very, very aware of this. Maybe you need to make these notes visible somewhere. Or just write somewhere, shackles on, ? Shackles off, ? So that you see it when you have to make a decision or decide what path to go on, or if you're not sure about whether you should do something or if you're doing the right thing. Check in with your body and see whether you are currently in shackles on or shackles off. Go through the different options, your different choices, and see which ones make you feel shackles on, which ones make you feel shackles off. So I mentioned during the guided meditation that the invitation to a party or a social outing, we've all had that where we've got something we're obliged to do and we're just so reluctant to go and do it. And then the minute we cancel it, we feel guilty at first, but then the minute we cancel it, we're just like, and relax. The shackles come off. That's the feeling of shackles off.
Thanks, Dee. I love that. I love the idea of like just taking stock of how do you really feel about something, because
body react.
Yeah, you can get wrapped up so much in what you think you should be doing because everyone else is. Life's busy, so sometimes you don't pause to take stock of how you're really feeling about a situation or a thing. And you want to please people. So you find yourself doing things to please others and find you're deeply unhappy yourself.
When you have to make a decision, there's so many things usually to take into consideration. You know, how everyone around you feels financially. Like, for example, a good one is thinking about a promotion. Maybe you've got the opportunity for promotion at work, but you're undecided about it. Maybe it's more work. I mean, it probably would be more work, but maybe it's more work for more pay, but maybe the pay isn't that much considering how much extra work there will be. Or maybe it is a lot of, you know, an increase in salary, but maybe the amount of work that it increases by is a lot. And maybe it's extra work that you're not that fond of. Maybe it's more admin rather than the actual doing part of your job. And when we have a situation like that, we weigh up so many different things, don't we? The financial, the time aspect, the impact on our family or our social life or whatever. But very rarely do we just check in with, like, how does my body even react to these options? And that is such a good indicator. I'm not saying it's the be all end all. If your shoulders hunch it over, then you shouldn't do the thing. That's not what I'm saying. But it's really good to be aware of how your body is feeling. What is your physical response to something? So thank you very much, Martha Beck. We love that exercise.
Oh, thank you, Martha. And thank you, Dee.
Now, I've got one other little mini exercise that I want everyone to do.
Oh, there's more. Yeah. Gonna have full notebooks, people.
I know.
This is all good.
I want you to take a moment to think about 5 feelings that you would like to feel every day. So maybe it's excited, maybe it's scared. Some people like to feel a little bit scared at times, you know, how they say do something that scares you every day. Maybe it's joy, maybe it's calm. These will also obviously change very much throughout your life, you know, like we talked about being in your 20s and having more energy and wanting more excitement. And now that we're like a bit older, I would say I would prefer to have calm every day and happiness rather than excitement and energy and activity every day. Take a moment to just note down 5 feelings that you would like to experience every day. Is it more security? Is it more adventure?
Oh, thanks, Dee. That was a really nice exercise. My notebook's got 3 pages, you know. There's lots to think about there. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I encourage everyone. Tracey's going to go through some really key elements of this time of the year in this full moon in Taurus. But do take some time to continue jotting down what's going on in your head after those exercises and make sure it's something that you come back to regularly. But Tracey, I can't wait to hear what should we be doing? What should we be smelling?
Yeah.
What's happening this time
Lots
of the
to
year?
say about Taurus. It's a very good energy to understand. Some of them can be a little bit grainy or blurry, but Taurus is a very clear energy, and that kind of sums it up, really. It's earth, it's very fixed and stable. But I just want to take us through some other points about this energy, some other things to think about, and a few questions to also ask yourself. So firstly, ask yourself, have I been playing it too safe? Am I a little bit too nested? Am I a bit too cozy? Have I not been pushing myself to my full potential because I'm too grounded and I need to feel too secure? In its extreme, that may be not going out the house, not putting yourself in social situations that are unknown, not trying for that new job because you're just a little bit nervous of venturing into the new. It's a bit of a balance with Taurus. Although it's a lovely energy to have of security and stability, you can push it to its max and find yourself not moving.
Becoming a hermit.
Yes, becoming a hermit. But likewise, you can be a little bit too insecure and unstable. Have I been taking too many risks? Have I been pushing myself to a point of complete anxiety? Have I not been looking back at the ground? Have I just been floating in a world of fun and not having that savings account? Have I not been looking for a proper career? Have I not been setting up a proper home? Have my shackles been off a little bit too much, or have my shackles been on too much? Have I got that balance? Just check in and see where you're at. Which leads into the next question. When was the last time I had an adventure?
Ooh, I love this. Obviously, adventure means totally different things for everyone, doesn't it? You know,
exploring something new, meeting someone new, traveling somewhere new. You may have a massive list. You may have a life full of adventures. You may have nothing. So this will give you a clear cut of, are my shackles on or off? Am I too grounded or not? And the third one, this is a good one. Am I exercising enough? We're in October. We are nested. It is easy to stay inside. It is easy to not move. Affected organs. There's always a specific area to take care of during the moon phase due to its energy. And in this full moon in Taurus, it is recommending to take special care of tonsils, vocal cords, and your thyroid.
Ooh,
it's very much
neck and
throat chakra. Do it, check, make sure everything's okay. We always say, Dee, don't we? If you do each little bit through the moon circle, you will have done a full body MOT by the end of the year. Aromas, one of my favourite bits, Dee. We always say with the aromas, it can be essential oils, it can be teas, it could be a nice bath. There's lots of different ways to incorporate these. Candles.
Or actual flowers, like this one, we've got rose, we've got magnolia, lilac. I mean, get those flowers if you can.
Also got apple and vanilla on there again, Dee, which I think is calling out for like a apple crumble or ice cream or something. Yeah. These fragrances here are really comforting fragrances, especially like rose and vanilla, really soothing, comforting fragrances for you to find your stability. Patchouli, we mentioned previously, is also like quite a spiritual fragrance. And I've just jotted down here, it's a really good one for money and prosperity. So talking about Taurus vibes, you know, it's all about roots and nesting and financial security.
Making money so you can buy nice things for your house, basically.
Yeah. So grab the patchouli, really good one for manifestations, quite a spiritual one, really good at bringing about that abundance that you need. And also notice the ylang-ylang is a great one for improving your mood. So if you are feeling a bit too nested or a bit flat or a little bit stuck, it's a really good happiness one.
I think ylang-ylang would mix really well with patchouli. I'm going to try that. I've never done it before, but I imagine
happy and abundance. That's a really good one, huh?
The only thing I will say with the ylang-ylang, and with most oils, but with some of them in particular, the florals and ylang-ylang and stuff in particular, make sure you treat yourself to really nice oils, because otherwise, we've all had it. Sometimes they just smell like toilet freshener, right? And ylang-ylang is one, vanilla as well. If you buy the sort of cheapy oils, you know, we've all done it. I've got loads, and I use them for mixing where I can hide the kind of artificialness of the smell or the tackiness of the smell. Treat yourself. We've got amazing ones on our shop, don't we? We have managed to find a really good brand that's super affordable. So do check them out.
For your more expensive ones like Rose as well, which is unavoidably expensive, like we're selling the Rose Dilute as well. So you don't need to go for a cheaper, bad quality. Just go for the dilute version, which is the essential oil mixed with a base to make it less concentrated. But if you bought the concentrated version, it's going to be hugely expensive. Element is earth. I think we've mentioned before.
Not surprising.
Not surprising at all. Grounding, dependable, stable, practical. The tarot is pentacles, which ties in with the earth element. So watch out for any of those if you're into all of your tarot reading. Again, a very dependable, cautious, stable suit. Crystals, there's peridot, which is a really nice sort of lime-coloured stone. Peridot is quite a cleansing and refreshing one. And we mentioned obsidian and jet, the two black stones, which are for protection, mainly due to this time of year, Dee, isn't it?
Yeah, hematite is another good one, isn't it?
Yeah, they're really nice.
If you've got hematite, if you need to top up your crystals, we have them all in our shop, or most of them in our shop. So do check that out.
So here's the affirmation. Write this down, say it out loud, put it on your phone, put it on your computer, somewhere that you will see it for this phase. I've become stronger every day.
Oh, I love that.
It's nice, isn't it? Yeah. And recognizing your shackles on, shackles off, your strengths, your weaknesses, what you're good at, what you feel uncomfortable at. It's a really good affirmation to have, to know that by learning about yourself, recognizing who you are and what you are, you will become stronger every day. Numerology, the number 6. The number 6 has some word noted to it. Loyal, dependable, harmonious, sensual, compassionate, and can be intolerant. Can be intolerant's an interesting one, because sometimes if your stability is taken from you, it can make you a little bit agitated and a bit touchy.
Again, if you're too grounded, if you are so focused on being grounded, stable, etc., you can be inflexible, right? And any change or any unexpected thing might just throw you a little bit. That's it for us.
Yeah, that sums up full moon in Taurus, everyone. Happy full moon. Enjoy your moon baths, cleanse your crystals, do your moon water. There's lots of tips and advice on our website. Like I say, everything we've talked about today, we all have on our site, weknewthemoon.co.uk. Thanks for listening, everyone. Happy full moon. Bye.
If you enjoyed that and you want more from us, why don't you head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/weknewthemoon, and check out some bonus content.
Also, if you want to stay up to date, you can follow us on our Facebook page at we.new.the.moon. If you could leave us a review on our Facebook page, that would mean a lot.
Our Instagram handle is the same as our Facebook, at we.new.the.moon. We are on Twitter at WeKnewTheMoon1, and we are also on Pinterest. Just search for We Knew the Moon.
Finally, if you want lots more fun, moon info and all things spiritual, plus our lovely shop, please visit our website, weknewthemoon.co.uk.